How are you? Welcome to Gold Nugget, JAW_success. If this is your first time to the channel, let me welcome you. If you have already subscribed, let me thank you for joining me on this growth path. Today, my nugget is think. Clear your head. Why am I saying think and clear your head? It's because in a time such as this, when everything seems to be going out of place, things keeps changing, and it appears that it's not changing for the better. For the regular man, and when I say the regular man, I'm not talking about the man who can afford to lose millions but still afford to fly in a private jet. I'm not talking about even the individual who can afford to lay off other people or lay off this staff but still able to find money enough to pay their expenses and their bills until their next paycheck comes or till they get employed somewhere else. I'm not talking about, because that's not the regular man. The regular man is the individual who get up each day and pray that today will be a good day. Today won't be the day that I feel sick. Today won't be the day my loved one gets sick. Today won't be the day when I hear that my company is downsizing or my company is gone into liquidation, or I'm not getting a call that there is an accident, or I'm not getting a call that there is a fire at my house or somewhere and it affects me. The regular man is that individual who gets up every day knowing that I am going to have to fight today. I'm going to have to go through this stress. I'm going to have to go through this pain. I'm going to have to go through this struggle. I am going to have to face people who don't like me, but at the same time smile with them. I'm going to have to listen to individuals who think that they're better than me, but and at the end of the day still treat them as though they are better than me because of where I am in my present circumstances. That's the regular man. And above all, the regular man is the individual who, and I would say the regular man makes up, if not 75% of the world's population, I would say even more, because the regular man is the man that gets up every day and he or she can only look forward to an income from one place, because there is no extra income coming in from anywhere. And you may say, why are you talking about this nugget on this wise? It's because this morning I got up to the news that a company in my area is going into liquidation. As a matter of fact, it's past liquidation. They have closed the gate. And 500 individuals, 500, I would say, regular man, is learning today, or yesterday, because the news was about yesterday, that they are no longer employed. Some of those individuals, when they were contacted by reporters, their statement was, I was on vacation and I came back and I got a news that I shouldn't report to work. Or I left work yesterday and expect to go in tonight and I didn't know. So when you're in such a position, your only source of income is from your one job. You have nobody else to lean on. You have expenses. You have, let's put it this way, you're living from paycheck to paycheck, or from hand to mouth, as they would say back home. How do you handle such a situation when life can be so hard and brutal? In this nugget, I want to say to you, clear your head. And why am I saying clear your head? Is it just because I am not in that situation? Is it just because my job is secure? No, I'm saying clear your head because life throws us curveball all the time. And the longer we take, or the more time we take to think what is our next move, is the more we are likely to fall into depression. It's the more likely we are able to, we take on a suicidal tendency. It's the more we fall into despair. It's the more we feel as though nobody cares and those who are putting me through this don't understand. That's life. You know, there's a saying that says, don't go to hell and don't expect to see the devil. Well, if I should apply that saying, don't go to hell and don't expect to see the devil, I would say we will never live this life and don't expect to encounter trials, don't encounter problems, situation, obstacles, stress, pain, lack, need, necessity. We will never go through life and don't find ourselves in that position. Worse if we are among the regular men. Now, you may say to me that some individuals are, even though they have a lot, they are still regular men. But the reason I keep saying the regular man is that some individual, they have a bounce back time. And for them, the bounce back time is because they have something stored up. They have a little resources. They have 2 or 3 family members that if they lose their house, if they lose their position, they can go and live with for a while. They have individuals who love them, care about them enough to say, here is a smalls, here's some money until you get back on your feet. Or they may have some individuals who will give them some money and say, you don't have to pay me back, or that kind of stuff. The regular man don't have that. The regular man depend on the next paycheck. You know, the regular man look forward to the 25th, the 28th, the end of the month, the fortnight, so on and so forth. The regular man looks forward to that. And for the regular man, I am saying in this nugget, clear your head. Why am I saying clear your head? Because if you don't clear your head, what is going to happen is you are going to worry and you will miss opportunities. So here comes one of the key points of this nugget. Don't be afraid of what you are most likely to do. Don't be afraid of what you will do next. Some of us are afraid of what we will do next because we have already come too far. We have already suffered too much. We have already gone through so many trials, and we have somewhat in the back of our heads tell ourselves, I must not go through this again. Well, can I tell you, life will push us down. We will come up and it will push us back down. In other words, it will pick us up and we will feel like we're on top of the world, and it just take the rug from underneath us and we fall back to the ground again. When you're in such a position, don't tell yourself, I will not do, I won't do, I will not try to do, this is beneath me, I can't do this. Some of us take long to come back from our last setback because we are not willing to do the regular things, something that we did before, so that we can get to where we need to be now. And I'm talking like this because I remember when I moved to this new country, right? It took me 3 months to get a job. If you've listened to the other nuggets or one of the other nuggets, you will hear me say that it took me a long time to get a job. And a part of that long time was a depressive state. What kind of state it was? It was a depressive state because I am coming from a life where I had certain things. I was at a particular level in my life. I had a degree. I was able to go to places when I wanted to go them. I wasn't living in a street. I had my vehicle. I had my friends. I had my position. I was called boss. I was called yes sir. And when I came, all I kept hearing is that you are not qualified. And then when I finally got my degree equivalent to the degrees in the country, I was now told you have no experience. And because of that, it took me a while to get out of the mode of looking for something that was at my equal position. What do I mean by clearing your head? I mean, be willing to do any and everything to get back on your feet. And when I say willing to do any and everything, be mindful that I am not talking about stealing. I'm not talking about doing anything illegal. I'm talking about just getting up and doing the regular thing. Can I say this to you? Just by coming out of the house and go apply for a street cleaning job, an auxiliary job, as they would say. Looking for a job as a cleaner in a factory or a warehouse. It might not be what you want, but it will give you the mindset to say, I am not trapped, I am not stuck, I am not worse off. You know, there's an old saying that says it's better to have a slice of bread and enjoy something to eat than to sit hungry waiting for the entire loaf of bread to come. It will not come. In this hard time of our lives, when the economy, whether the war in Ukraine is affecting us, or whether it just be some persons at the top who find themselves in the 1% of life and no longer cater or feel the struggle of the regular man that is pulling the strings, we are going to have to learn how to second for the crumbs, do some stuff that we never want to do. We're going to have to get rid of a little pride, you know, because for me, when I just came to the UK, a part of me was a very proud man. You know, it was a very proud state for me because of who I was, who I know myself to be, where I had told myself that I'm never going back to. That pride. To clear your head is also getting rid of pride. Does it mean that you shouldn't take value of yourself? No. Getting rid of pride doesn't mean I don't value myself, I don't value my skills. It just means I will do everything in my power to reach to the level that I know I can be and operate at. And can I say this in this nugget before I stop? Is once you have that mindset that you are willing to sacrifice, you're willing to go down into the pit, as it were, to come back up, right? To search for buried treasures. Somebody will recognize your effort and help you. Somebody will recognize your desire, see your greatness, and reach out to help. There's an old story of a young man who was in prison, and he was doing everything in his power and ability to be a good, prisoner, as it were. And I'm not talking about Shawshank Redemption. He did everything in his power. And while he was in prison, he met two individuals who used to be great in life. And by virtue of his attendance to them, when he was in prison, right, it's one of those individuals long after remembered his contribution to their lives. And that is how life is when we are willing to make sacrifice. When we are willing to say, this is not what I want, but this is what I am willing to do to get what I want. Yes, clearing your head means taking that time not to be stuck in the past. And if there's anything that I want to drive home in this nugget is, don't become so stuck and where you are or used to be that you can't see what lies ahead and what lies in your possibilities. You know, I wish I could say to some of these individuals that have lost their job yesterday that sometimes the company closing is a chance to get to another level. It's a chance to go out to do something else, because some of us will never move from where we are unless we are kicked to the curbs, and some of us have greater in us, but we will stay at this so-called deadbeat position, so-called deadbeat job, and we will continue to do it forever, not recognizing or realizing our true potential until somebody kicks us to the curb and we realize that we need to get out there and do that. So in this nugget, I am now saying, clear your head, get out there and do that. What kind of dream did you have to pursue that you were putting on hold? You never find the drive or the energy to go and do it. But this now is giving you the opportunity to say, this is what I am going to do. Clearing your head simply means that there is a struggle, there is a pressure, but don't let it get on the inside. Stay focused. Look at where you want to go. Look at what you have to do. Never be afraid of saying that, hey, I'm going to be doing this until this come. I would rather to sing the old song. Go back to the old way so that I can get to the new way. This is JAW saying to you, whatever you need to do, by all means necessary, create a way out. Success is ahead of you, though the struggle seems real. We are regular people, regular men. But regular men always do great things in tough times. As they would say, it is not tough times that makes great men. It is great men who live and handle tough times. So be tough in this situation. Get up, weep a while, but don't let it last too long. Get out there and do something. Can I invite you to like, subscribe, share this message with somebody so that they will know that, yeah, we're all going through struggles, but at the end of the day, if we put our shoulders to the wheel and continue to fight, somebody say, how long should I fight for? Until you have the victory. That's all I want to say. God bless you. Bye.